Benson Mhlongo, one of the guys who doesn't need introduction gule space. Benson Sila gule event Berway 12 men. You guys are the second group to make the pack, and it's looking so good with the demographics, the color South Africa, Namangamla, color, Nidaki, what does this thing say to you? This you were hand selected and invited to come to be part of this.
You know, if I knew I was gonna tell you, I could say maybe it's how you react with people. You know, because honestly, there's no specific person that I knew was part of it Berway until I came here. You know, and how they got my number, I still want to ask them. You know, and to find myself here, where you meet my legend of other sporting coach. Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. To even have a small talk before we enter the presentation, where you find you feel the same. It doesn't matter what color. The feeling of passion is the same. The drive of winning is the same. You know, it shows that blood is red, irrespective of the color. And the program itself was going to teach us how to work in a sporting organization. I think I need it for me to move forward in my plans of the mentorship program that I have, you know, PR. And then the most difficult part is how to improve or advertise my brand, because of the culture that I come from. In our culture, is that you don't brag about yourself. You don't talk about your accolades. But in the space of advertisement and media and growing your brand, you have to brag. You have to remind people about your achievement. So I did find it difficult. Maybe Berway will unlock that feeling and uncertainty with what do I do? Do I talk about what I've done, or how do I go about it? Because I've got a plan that might help me to continue playing back to the game, where I need to help these kids how to go about being professional and how to stay along in the game and what to expect after the game.
Tell us about what you do these days, because abantu abangazi ukuthi wenzani, they are saying Benson is lost to football.
I'm lost to TV. You know, I'm lost to social media. I'm lost to news, but not in the game. I mentor individual athletes. I mentor teams. I give advice. I give guidance. I'm also a coach, individual and team coach. Behind the scenes, I need to grow it, make it bigger, and maybe after this program I'll be able to have much confidence and much clarity how to make it bigger. You know, I don't want to do a program where I'll want a child to pay me, because I never paid for my career. So that's why I don't have an academy or anything. I want to offer my services and offer the right tools for youngsters to make it. So until I find money in order to help these kids, that's when I'm going to be back into TV and in the social media, and be back in the space of being known exactly what I'm doing.
State of football here to Ekasi. People are more drawn into football tournaments than watching the football on TV or going to the stadium. Basically, this whole season, the only team that managed to go even a capacity crowd in my stadium is when Pirates played. What does that say to a Benson Mhlongo who was watched by full stadiums in his playing days?
Standard of football. It's average, for sure. If not average, then why the township tournaments they have crowd more than the stadiums. I think the football and the lack of stars in different teams. That's why we don't have numbers in the stadium. You know, individual that like also that I'm with individual like my great Hodman, Lucas they had their own people that came to watch them. So I think we have fewer players that have crowd pullers. So in the tournaments, we have Samatariana, Blackberry. We even know their names because those are crowd pullers and they're only playing in those tournaments. So until we have crowd pullers playing for teams, then we'll have stadiums.
But I'm going to say this, that it's coming back bit by bit. Kaizer Chiefs in Mfundo Vilakazi now. He's playing exciting football, blending a professional football, Nekasi football. Pirates have got Urile Buhile. Super Sport have got a Chandra Campbell, Unolefto Fundile. You know, Cape Town Spurs just got relegated with a young boy, Lapanage, Bambizu Pureng, a nickname. I mean, there's quite a lot of these young stars. But are we a young star country?
No. We were coming to that with Coach Sheikh Mashava squad under 23 locally made to put in them, and we lost it when school football died, when a lot of professional tournament died. We've lost to get those youngsters. Yes, they are coming, but do they have one or two? So after Ribukhile, who else we have? One. So for me, it's about Ribukhile and this current crop are one of those that are like Ochomoson or teenage lads. Those rare crop you'll find in a certain generation. But I don't think we have a capacity to continue after them. So for me, I'm not convinced yet until I see 4 or 5 in a team, those who can perform like them. Then I will say we have youngsters. For now, we are lucky to discover those few that we have.
Coach, you find a statement for someone who doesn't know you would say, money no more.
If we got money no more, I've made Sepo Kumete to play for the national team, I've made Anile Charlie, I've made Ismail Nyesa. Everyone that plays beside me play for the national team. And even now, I'm still producing players that are playing the PSL, Abo, the ones playing for Chiefs, Kalatlam, Youssef Mat, Tabi is a right back, Pirates come from my hands, from my development. So don't say that. It's time for us to know the truth. All I'm asking, how many are there? If we have 20, we are a young football nation. Yeah. If we have less than 5, come on guys, how many population of soccer players? And then you talk about 5 youngsters, we have football youngster nation. No, not yet guys. We have to do it. Let's make it, then only we can say yes. Let's not laugh and lie to ourselves. We've been lying to ourselves for so many years. That's why we couldn't even qualify for a cup at some point in time. We go out of group stage. So let's stop lies and talk the truth. Not yet. Maybe we are starting.
It's not every day. You know, every time I talk to you, young Pamus, I mean, like, Coach, I mean, I'm looking at what you are saying. It's the honest truth, undivided. I think we just got so high with all these youngsters because you and I meet Kuma ground, Ampung, Ekasi, and all of that, watching the boys play. But coach, what do you think needs to happen? Because these teams, Banama development. Let me give you a typical example. Kaizer Chiefs, Bano Zoani, uvela development yakona, Bano Shabalala, uvela development yakona. They've got all these players. Ungezana is playing overseas now. He comes from their development. But what do you think, Uguti?
No, we can't talk about Ngezana. When Ngezana was playing for Chiefs, no one wanted him. So because now he won a cup, we claim Ngezana. Those are lies that you are talking. You know, that's what you are doing to ourselves as a nation. We are liars. So until we stop lying to ourselves and we do the right thing, we have to have more competition. Those boys in the development PSL needs to compete against these township boys, and so that they test each other. Let's sponsorship. I hope Berway will help us to do that, like it's helping Ushaba, which is why we're here, because it does help us to have those initiatives. Let's have more competition for these boys. That's the only time we'll grow. For now, we really should change in these boys with knowledge of football. We make it difficult for them. That's why we can't find most of them.
Mayang, I mean, I'm looking at the standard that Sundowns has set, and I still wonder what Boguli side in finally in Nedbank Cup. I'm just thinking, which side were you? Because it was two of the teams that you played your heart out for. But looking at Sundowns winning the league 7 times in a row without competition and almost winning the league in being invincible without losing a single game, says a lot about the standard of our league. Igu thinking?
Nah, it's not about the standards of our league. It's the administration of Sundowns is smart. If you go and cripple Maritzburg United, you take the best players. Maritzburg is gone. If you go and cripple Cape Town City, they can't compete with you. So Sundowns is crippling teams and people are not aware, or the club owners don't want to save their stars. It's tactics, business tactic. Yes, we can talk about they are destroying players. No, that's their business model. If more teams they are crippled of their best players, we are guaranteed a 3 point. So that's not the standard of football. Football now has been won administratively. So administratively, teams are failing. Let me take you back when Pirates and Chiefs were dominating because they could sign the best players in the country. Now Sundowns are signing best players in the country because of money. So it's all about administration. Until we've got a good administrator coming back in each and every team, they'll be able to compete against the Sundowns. It's not about in the field of play. If you take all the best players in your team, the country is left with average teams.
I think that's Coach. But all the best to you with your Berway before batting tea. But let's just close it at that and say all the best. We'll come back to you, says Zuguti. What is it that has transpired, Gule workshop / course, initiative that you guys are going through? What do you wish for yourself?
To learn more and grab as much knowledge as I can, because there's a lot that is on the table to learn, and hopefully it will give me or pave a way how to go forward in terms of building this brand of mine of mentorship.
Good luck, Kapcham.
Thank you.
Well, I'm a mechanic. Abantu abazi ukhanda imoto wena ngesikhathi sakho esispeya, abanye bayahambe baye emamovini wena ukhanda imoto.